section of class, we're going to move to the lower body. And we're going to start with some mobility. So we're not going to do a whole lot of these. I just want to show you guys a sequence of things that you can do for hip mobility. And we're going to start with our legs out in front and our hands on the mat. And we're just going to move ourselves into hurdles. We're going to start with the right leg. You're just going to bring your right foot back so that your foot is by your hip, and then you're going to bring it forward. Then you're going to bring it back, and you're going to bring it forward. It's a really great way to warm up your hips. You're going to bring it back, and then you're going to bring it forward. And we're going to go to the other side. You can do the left side. So the more you lean, the easier it's going to be. It's going to be harder if you clasp your hands and don't use your hands at all. Good, right? And you want to try and stay as upright as possible, right? That's great. Okay, and then we're going to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. So we've done this before. You want to push with your hands and have a nice straight spine. And you want to open the left knee and then bring the right knee over. Rather than cycling both of them at the same time, we bring one open, and then when you can't go anymore, do the other one. You can do the same thing. Hands down is easier. Palms down, leaning back is easier. Fingertips, straight spine is a little bit harder. Or you clasp your hands and you just try and stay upright. Okay, so bring your arms out, your legs out in front, heels are down, toes are up, and we're just going to work the front of the hip flexor. And you want to sit up as tall as you can. We're just going to take the right leg and we're going to lift up. What you want to try to do is not lean back, right? Try to stay as upright as possible. Maybe you do genie arms. And let's go to the other side. So this is all hip flexor, right? The strength and flexibility of this hip flexor is what's going to inform what we're doing here. Okay. And let's release that and come to a kind of a 90-90. So you're going to bend your left knee and have your left foot over, and then my right foot is near my left knee. And I'm going to sit up, and then I'm going to sit down. And I'm going to sit up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I'm going to sit down. Hard. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Oh.
So this is going to be hip strength. So if you're having a hard time, grab your block, push your hand on your block, and then maybe you slowly lower yourself down. So maybe you push to get up, and then you lower to come down. Or you put your hands on the block, and you use it for your assistance, okay? This is flexibility and strength, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's go to the other side.
Okay.
So I'm bending my right knee and bringing it's like a hurdle position, and I'm bringing my left foot near my right knee. So this would be what I would label my bad hip, and it's kind of not nice to say. I don't have a good hip and a bad hip, but the one that's given me the most trouble. And I'm going to sit up. It's a little bit harder for me. And I'm going to come down. Try not to get too much momentum. Remember, your block is very helpful. You can kind of use your block to get up, and then maybe slowly sit down. Push your knees down, squeeze into the midline. That's going to help you get up. You feel this in your outer hip?
Yeah.
It's a big one. Okay. All right. Slowly release. Swing your legs over to the left side. We're going to be in the same position. The block can be helpful here again because we want to try to sit up as tall as possible. And remember, your block has 3 heights, right? So see what kind of help you need, if any. And then you're just going to try and stay tall, and you're going to try and lift that back foot up off the mat, keeping the front knee down. Left knee down, lifting up. So it's just 90-90 foot raises. Again, we're working on strengthening and stretching the hip. Okay, let's go to the other side. Get into your 90-90 position. Yeah. This one, so sometimes Sometimes what you have to do in this position is just think about lifting the back foot up off the mat. Think about pushing the knee down, and even if you just lift like a quarter of an inch, you can also take your hands and bring them over towards that knee and try to sit up nice and tall. But it's okay to use a block and help your torso be nice and tall. So I don't have nearly the range of motion on this side. But I mean, I can lift it, but I just can't lift it as high. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't, I just don't, it just is stopping. Like I don't know what's going on, but it's just basically stopping there. Okay, let's release that and come down onto your back. And just have your feet wide and have your knees fall in. So it's a really good way to warm up your hips if you're gonna go play tennis or pickleball or golf or do something, or if you just wanna find this part of the video and just write it down, do it every day, just do 10 on each side, and it's a really, really great way to basically take the oil can to the hips. Okay, we're gonna do a sciatic nerve glide. So your feet are flat, your knees are bent, you're gonna bring your right leg up to the sky, and you're gonna clasp your hands behind your right hamstring. And your head is down, and you're gonna release until your arms are long. And if our head is down and our shoulders are relaxed and our arms are long, that's going to help put the ankle over the knee and the knee over the hip, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bend the knee and straighten the leg. And bend, and I'm pushing my hamstring into my hands just a little bit, just to keep my thigh bone, my thigh, stationary. Okay, now we're gonna have a nice straight leg, and I want you to draw your toes to your nose and toes to the sky. So what we're doing is we're lengthening and shortening the sciatic nerve. And I want you to take a look at your right foot. If you can see your instep, I need you to push on the big toe and pull the pinky toe towards you so that your middle toe is lining up with your shin bone, okay? So you want your toes to be kind of flat and not angled out to the side. If you want more, you're gonna draw your toes to the nose, and then you're gonna bring your chin to your chest without bringing your head up off the mat as much as possible. Then you're gonna put your head down and release your toes to the sky. That's just gonna lengthen the sciatic nerve a little bit more, and you wanna floss it, you don't wanna hold it. You're gonna chin to the chest, toes to the nose, but I'm bringing my chin to my chest, but I'm trying not to lift my head up off the mat.
Oh.
There's a difference. You feel the difference there? Sharon, did you feel that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's let that go. Just put the foot down, feet are wide, let your knees fall in, broken bridge. That's a nerve glide. That's your sciatic nerve glide. So if you're ever having low back pain, or you get off an airplane and you have like a tweak or a twinge in your low back on one side, just floss that nerve and see if, sometimes they get stuck. They get stuck from inflammation, they get stuck from whatever it is that makes them get stuck. Okay, extend your left leg straight up to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your hamstring. Your head and shoulders need to stay down here. And you're just gonna bend your leg and straighten your leg. And for some people, this is enough. Okay, then you're gonna straighten your leg if you wanna do more. You're gonna draw your toes to your nose and then straighten. This just shows me how tight my calves are. I did a lot of calf work yesterday. All right, I'm gonna push with my big toe and pull with my pinky toe so that my foot is, my middle toe is in line with my shin bone. And I'm gonna add a little bit here. I'm gonna do toes to nose, I'm gonna tuck my chin slightly, and I'm gonna put my head back down. I'm literally trying to tuck my chin to my chest without lifting my head up off the mat. Don't forget to breathe, make it flossy, make it glidey. Good, and then slowly release, broken bridge, anything that feels good. You can do whatever you want to do here. You can windshield wiper your knees back and forth. You can hug your knees into your chest. Maybe make some circles. Okay, now we're gonna stretch, we're gonna do our resistance stretching for our hamstring. So we're gonna do happy baby. So let's just do one side at a time. Take your right elbow, put it inside your right knee, and bring your right wrist over top of your right ankle. If you can't do that and it's not accessible, put your hand underneath and grab onto your calf or your outer ankle. Okay, so start with your knee bent and your heel close to your glute. This is a shortened hamstring. We're going to engage the hamstring and then we're going to lengthen it. So kick your foot into your hand, pull your knee into your elbow, and then reach through your heels, start to extend the leg out to the side like a Y. And then you're going to start over. You're going to engage and elongate, let it go, starting position. Push, pull, engage, elongate, starting position. Push, pull, drag. Push, pull, drag. Hydrating the structural fascia, releasing it of any stuck chemicals or any trauma or anything in there that's affecting the quality of this connective tissue. Increasing the quality of this connective tissue, right foot down, let's go to the other side, is going to help make permanent changes in flexibility on that hamstring. People stretch their hamstrings all day long and say my hamstrings are never going to get any better. Do this, and I promise you, you're going to find more flexible hamstring. Pull your knee in, push, pull with your hand, press with your foot, and then heel to the sky, open. You can kind of go out to the side, you can go straight up, whatever feels good. Just try not to roll too far onto your right side of your pelvis. You want to keep your off of your right pelvis. You want to keep your right side anchored. So we're flossing, we're gliding, we're making it smooth. Good, and then slowly release. And just let that go. You can rock your knees from side to side. Okay, hug your knees into your chest, roll over to one side and rock yourself up. We're going to do pigeon. And I like to do this version of pigeon because it kind of helps you, if you have a yoga practice, it helps you learn a lot about what it is you're supposed to be doing in pigeon, because it's hard for a lot of people. So come to all fours and bring your right knee outside your right hand. Walk your left knee back so it's not in the way, and then swivel your left foot over so that you have kind of an angle here, right? So I'm going to have to go kind of at an angle. You want your back knee to be down. Okay, so you can untuck your back toes or you can have your back toes tucked. I like to use blocks here because what I want is I'm going to want you to be upright. Okay, we're not coming forward into pigeon just like this. Okay, this is great and it's fine, but this is really the end result of pigeon once you've done all these other things. So you're going to sit up tall, and there's about a hand width between your glute and the mat here on the right side, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my hands kind of underneath my shoulders. I'm going to plug my front knee down. When I push my front knee down, I feel this right here in my glute and kind of my hamstring attachment. And I'm going to bend, keep pushing my front knee down. I'm going to slowly sort of keep my right hip where it is, and maybe it's going down a little bit. I'm leading with my heart, and I'm bending my elbows, and I'm going to come back up and start again. I'm going to push down with my front knee. And I'm going to come down. And I'm going to push. And I'm going to remember, we're flossing. So one of the things that you can do is you can take your back leg and you can angle it over to the right. right? So if your left leg is long, you can scoot that back foot to the bottom right part of your mat.
So the stretch is on the outside right?
So if your right knee is forward, you should be feeling it underneath.
Yeah.
Underneath.
I feel it right in. You feel it in there?
Kim, where do you feel it?
I feel it down kind of in here because I'm pressing down my knee and then going. But I do feel it on my outside hip too, but
Yeah.
I feel it in my, I have tight quads.
Tight quads. Okay, so think about sinking the right hip down and having it push down kind of your sit bone towards the bottom of your mat with a flat back as you come down, so it doesn't have to be a big amount of movement.
I mean, it feels good on me. I mean,
And you can have, so a lot of times people are trying to work towards this shin parallel position in pigeon. We're not doing that. We have a big bend in the knee. So this left foot is back here, you know, kind of pretty close to that knee because we want to be upright. And just kind of keep dragging this right hip down and see if you can feel it. Do you feel it? Just kind of bend your elbows and straighten and bend and straighten. Okay, good. Yeah, make it kind of flossy. Make it kind of, you know, nice movements here. All right. And then let's go to the other side. Come to all fours. Left knee. You might feel it differently on this one. So left knee, left wrist. Before you do anything, let's walk the right knee back. So keep walking your right knee back until your left hip is about a handprint away from this mat. And then don't curl your front toes. And then you want to be as upright as you can. You can use blocks, right? You're going to plug the front knee down. And when you plug that front knee down, I feel it right in my, kind of right in my sit bone, right in the middle of my glute. And I'm gonna push down with that knee, and then I'm gonna bend my elbows, and I'm thinking hard forward, flat back, and then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna start again, right? So you're gonna maybe walk your hands back a little bit more and see if you feel it. Try and get your hands back as close to your hips as possible. You might not be able to bend forward as much. So play around with the position and see, and kind of see where you feel it. The engagement is plugging the front knee down. I know it's really weird. It's not like our usual, pigeon, right? But pigeon is a much more upright position, even when you're in yoga, then you want to be upright and get into your full pose before you might kind of dive forward. Super good, super good for the hip. And then remember, take that foot and migrate it over to the other side of the, take that right foot and bring it over towards the left side of the mat if you want to do more. Plug the knee down, heart forward, flat back, tuck your chin, and you're just kind of flossing through that. All right, swing your legs around. Come on your back. Let's let that go. So let's do the quad stretch for the fascia flossing, for the engagement. This is a tough one because a lot of people will do it and say that they can't feel it. And here's what we have to think. To lengthen our quad, we have to bend our knee. So bring your legs up the wall and bring your left ankle on top of your right ankle. And I want you to kick your right ankle towards the wall behind you and feel your quad engage, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, from here, I want you to keep kicking the bottom ankle, and I want you to bend your knees and bring your heels down towards your glute, and then come up and start again. So it's lengthening the quad, and then coming up. And you have to keep resisting with the bottom foot. You gotta keep pulling up, pulling up, pulling up as you drag with the top foot. And this is your quad. All right. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
It's not as intense as some of the other ones, probably because there's 4 different muscles that are, kind of wrapping all around and doing, your quadriceps. It's a whole family of muscles. Okay, let's put the legs up the wall, and this time put the left ankle on top of the right ankle on top of the left ankle. You're gonna kick your left ankle behind you, up and behind you, to engage your left quad, and then you're gonna come down. Keep going. Okay, all right, release that, bring your feet flat. We're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna work the hip flexors. So when we were doing our mobility work in the beginning, we were doing our single leg raises when we were seated nice and tall, like in an L sit. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to engage and elongate the hip flexor, which is here in the front of the hip that goes down between like the quad and the hip. Okay, so bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Right ankle on top of the left knee. And then walk your left foot over to the left. And your right knee is pointing up towards the sky. I want you to pull your left knee to the left and plug it into your outer right ankle. And keeping your knee pulling to the left, I want you to bring that knee down to the mat. I'm walking my left foot over to the left because I really want to feel this. And my left knee is pushing forward and down. And I have my instep of my left foot on the mat, and I'm dragging my knee down, and I'm going to come up to the starting position. Starting position is that your left foot is almost flat, your right knee is pointing up towards the sky. Plug your left knee to the left, drag with your right ankle, and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. You should feel this in your low abs on the left, you should feel it in your hip flexor on the left, kind of where your pocket is in the front of your pants. And make sure that you floss it. You come to your starting position, kick the knee to the left, drag your right ankle down. So what we have is we have resistance stretching here. We have one leg pulling, one leg pushing. And we have a muscle against fascia. And that's basically what's happening. And the fascia is stronger and more tensile than a muscle, and so the fascia is gonna win. All right, let's take that break. That was right ankle, left knee. Just extend your legs out long. Do you guys feel that one?
Yes.
It's a good one. It's a good
Yes.
one. The trick with this one is that the foot that's on the floor, we'll do it on this side. I'll set you guys up a little bit better. Bend your knees. Walk your right foot over to the right so that it's not on your yoga mat anymore. And pick up your left foot and bring your left ankle outside your right knee. Okay, interlace your hands behind your head, and I want you to look down your body. I'm going to walk my right foot, I'm going to heel toe my right foot out to the side a little bit, because if I bend my knee and I bring my right knee down to the mat, I want to see knee, hip, shoulder here, and I don't want my torso to be twisted in any way. I want my chin to be right in line with the center of my chest. Okay, starting position, I'm at the bottom of my right foot is flat. My left knee, my knees are up, pointing to the sky. I'm going to take my right knee, pull it to the right. I'm going to take my left ankle, and I'm going to drag it down. And I'm going to start over again. Push, pull, and go. I feel this in my outer hip as well. And push, pull, and come down. The right knee is searching forward and then down. Forward, lengthen, lengthen. Think about lengthening the hip flexor. Suck your belly, kind of scoop the belly. Keep going, go, go, drag, drag, pull, and then start over. This is going to help with your quadricep flexibility here. Sharon, it's sometimes not just your quads, right? It could be your hip flexor. Yeah. And this is a real good way to stretch out your hip flexors. All right, let's let that go. And just take a break. You can bring the soles of your feet together. You can come into butterfly. You can rest your knees inside your elbow crooks and just kind of rock from side to side. So we started with some mobility work. We did a sciatic nerve glide, and then we did our resistance stretching, fascia flossing, quads, hamstrings, and hips. Find any comfortable position, whatever feels good. And we are done for today. Thank you very much for joining me.